Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den.
Come on in, y'all.
The kids, I don't want to see a damn Tahada. If you look like a Tahada, get out my damn face, all right? Try
where the real talk begins. Kick off your shoes.
Let's get into it, honey. Let's get into it. This is my review recap, child.
And the vibe so sweet. This is
When I tell y'all
Tamika's
that
safe
it's
space
the
for your
foolishness and the foolery
soul.
and the
Where
messiness for me.
stories unfold and self-love takes control. From movies
Child, I
to
could have had
the
a VA, all right?
mind.
This was supposed to
She's
be.
breaking it down with a crown on her head and a heart so sound.
Because Ronnie is a pop.
Light a candle, sip some tea.
Maybe they should have named this
Just let
Best
it be.
Ever.
You're not alone, we got you, friend. Welcome home.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you spend a Saturday.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here, get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Zen, and I am now talking Vampire Lestat, okay? Because I didn't get to join. Shout out to EJK, Monique69 Ways. I did not get to join the conversation, okay? The schedules was kind of conflicting. Couldn't be in two places at one time. But I want to go ahead and tap in and give my 2 cents because I am definitely watching and enjoying the Vampire Lestat, okay? And I like this episode as well. And so I think Moochie is supposed to be joining me. Shout out to her. We'll see if she tap in, but I'm just going to go ahead and get the conversation started in the meantime, okay? In the meantime, in between times. So, y'all definitely put it in the comments. Let me know if y'all watching Vampire Lestat, what y'all thinking about it so far. I wanted to talk a little bit about last week's episode before I get into what went down in this week's episode, because that really stuck out to me. Like, I don't trust nobody's damn story at this point. I feel like all of y'all's damn liars, you know, we all kind of have our own perspectives of what happened. We see things, you know, through our own lens. Me and you could both be in a situation, but you're going to see it your way. I'm going to see it my way. And I said a couple weeks back when we first started talking about the show that with them is like 3 times that, okay? Everybody have their story. They have the lies they tell to themselves. They have the lies that they tell to other people. And that's just what is giving me at this point. Like, we are starting to get Lestat story, which I definitely was here for. I wanted to know more about his story. But Lestat, to me, definitely has a way where he's been telling himself a story for a long time too. Like, let's just call a daggone thing a thing, okay? He's been telling himself things to the point where I guess that's the way he believes it happened or the way he remembers it happened. Sometimes you can tell yourself something so many times that you start to believe is true. Then of course he have his persona that he put out there to everybody else. And so it was very much given that when it came to this, like him doing the okey doke on Daniel the whole time when we doing this interview where he 1 minute act like he crying, next minute he start laughing. Like, are you serious? Did you really think I was gonna, you know, just come crying and telling you my whole damn life story out of nowhere? And I really was not feeling the way Daniel was acting in this particular situation. Like, we always known Daniel to kind of be strategic and where he comes with his receipts, he does his research. But this came off a little bit more personal, like he was, I don't know, enjoying the fact that Lestat was going through it. And I was like, what are we doing here, Daniel? Like, I wasn't feeling that part. Wait, hold on, because we got the hammer in the building, okay? Coming in from Queens.
Hi.
What is going on, Lucy?
What's up, everybody?
Girl? Yeah. Okay. So I just started. I was just kind of giving my little 2 cents before we talk about this week's episode on what was happening in last week's episode and how I liked um seeing Lestat go back to, telling the story of his first love, everything that happened allegedly with Marcus, and how all of them are liars to me. All of them kind of tell these stories in their own way. The truth, I guess, is like somewhere in between, and how he's even kind of made that into a fantasy as far as everything that happened to him. But then we get to really see the reality of it. And I was talking about how when Daniel was doing the interview, I got kind of annoyed with him because it almost felt like he was getting pleasure out of feeling like he was seeing Lestat pain, or hearing like Lestat talk about something that was allegedly devastating to him. Even if it was made up, he still seemed like he was enjoying that part to me. Well, first of all, before I even get into all of that, like, what's your overall thoughts on the show so far? Because some people saying they not feeling this season like that. And then, what did you think about this episode?
Really? It's people saying that? I'm
Yeah, they
surprised.
saying that they was on a roll with season 1 and 2, an interview of the vampire, but they feel like they kind of going somewhere else with this season. You know, I don't know.
Well, they are kind of going
I mean, they
some.
are, but I've been enjoying it so far.
Me too. I've been enjoying it too because we're seeing a whole different side of everything because we're seeing
Mhm.
his perspective.
Yeah.
And when he was telling it to Louis and Claudia, he
Hmm.
was very short with it.
Yeah.
Short, no, and this time we're getting details.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Hold on, let
Um.
me.
Uh huh.
I'm trying to get. I'm gonna go outside because I'm right by my dad's room. I don't want him to wake up.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
yeah,
I'm gonna
like
keep going. Just give me.
mhm. I just yeah, so I do feel like I said, so far I've been enjoying it. I know some people has not really been into it as much. It is a little different, but different don't necessarily have to be bad. Now, something else that we did see in that last episode, I got a couple of screenshots. I didn't really get, like a scene by scene play, but we do know that we also had Louis out here in these streets taking care of daggone Bruce. I felt like this was way overdue, that he should have been did this. But I wasn't mad at it. I actually like seeing Louis out here in these streets, and I would like to see more of it. I would like him to, see him getting who needs to be gotten, getting them up out the paint. I was not mad at that at all. Okay, I'm here for this. I would actually like to see more of this than what we actually end up seeing him doing. We're going over here to daggone Regina, aka the new damn Claudia. Like I did not have this on my bingo card where we end up going with that whole situation. I was like, really, Louis, is this what we doing? But we'll talk about that in a minute.
I think that's gonna go left, and
Yeah,
it's gonna
I
go
don't see
left real
nothing
bad.
good happen out of that at all. Now we
It's
know
gonna
that
go left real bad. He's enjoying it right now,
mhm,
and it's giving like a OnlyFans like
mhm,
in person vibe to me.
mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's giving an OnlyFans pers- person to person vibe.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to be able to control his urges.
He's
The
not.
question is, who's going to turn her? Is Lestat going to turn her, or is he going to turn her?
And I don't want him to do that, because when we first hear about her, and of course that was Daniel and Lestat when he was doing his interview. I also want to hear what you think about his mother, because she a damn trip. And we also, like I mentioned,
I don't like her.
I
I
cannot
think she's
stand
very
her.
manipulative. I think when they went back in the past,
Hmm.
and I can't remember the first boyfriend name. I think she had a lot to do with him going mad. I think she
Yeah, I
was
can see
I
that.
think she was saying stuff to him in his
I
head.
do think that she added to it, but I feel like Lestat has a type. I did get to share that with the ladies before I had to leave when they were talking about it. I feel like this episode also showed us that Lestat has a type. Like we see his demons, we see that he has some issues and some depression and things of that nature beforehand, and then we see it here too because some of the things that he was saying. I don't know why I'm not remembering his name right now. Let me look it up. But some of the things he was saying was literally the same things that Louis was saying. And I feel like when you know how they say when somebody get power or they get money that it just kind of amplifies who they already are as a person. I feel like it's the same thing when it comes to vampires and not necessarily everybody could handle it. Like I do think when even he told why is my mind blank, y'all? I don't know what's going on with my mind. When he told when the stat told Louis, like for instance, that Claudia wasn't gonna be able to make it as a vampire and she's a child and he shouldn't do that to her and everything else. I think he was talking from experience and that he does know like not everybody can take getting made, right? Because I know Amon brung that up and the mother brung it up and I don't really trust her because we found out later that she may be behind this whole conversion thing too. But
Yo, do you see how you gotta see how they appetite is when they hunt together, the
yes.
mother and son.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what it contrasts and it looks sort of like, but it looks sort of like
Nikki.
when
I
him and
couldn't
Claudia
remember his
used to.
name. That's his name, Nikki. I'm
It
sorry, go
looks like,
ahead.
okay. So now I'm glad because I needed to know his name too. I it seems like it contrasts kind of how Claudia and him used to hunt together.
yes. Yes.
Only
It was
thing,
a lot of
he was
contrast
the
I
more
seen in
dominant
that
one
one.
because he
Yeah.
was stronger.
Mm-hmm.
If Claudia was strong like the mother, she
Mm-hmm.
would have been like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if for some reason I think they're gonna turn her. They're gonna try to turn
I
her.
really hope they don't. Like when she
She's
first
older.
stepped on the scene, I was like, "Where are we going with this?" And the first two things that came to my mind was either he gonna end up turning her like he did Claudia, feeling like maybe it could work better this time around than
Because she's
it
older.
did with Claudia because she's older. Or I said, "Is this a situation where we having some type of reincarnation?" Because I didn't like when we first saw the trailer for it. I was thinking it was gonna be flashbacks of Claudia. I didn't think this was like a whole new
That's
person
what
that
I
he's
thought it was
seeing.
gonna be.
Yeah, that she just resembles her, whatever. And it's like he over here stalking her and shit. I'm like, Louis, what are you doing? And then when he actually, well, before we get there, we of course we seen his relationship with Nikki and that he was just going crazy, whatever. But we also seen Marius. Now I was not expecting him to look like this. I said, "Ooh," when he popped up on
Oh,
the
he
damn
look
scene.
horrible.
And then, like I said, the way that Lestat kept making it seem like it was this whole nother,
He
glorious
just was
thing.
frightening. I'll say it like that.
Yeah. But then when we get this flashback, this was horrible. Like this was really, really horrible. I was like, oh, it makes Lestat make so much more sense to me now, just with one, the people he chose, two, what he went through, and the fact that he turns it into something completely different. And then, like you was mentioning, we also see in the contrast with his mother, because even while he's doing the interview, she go in the bathroom to bang the damn look-alike and making all that crazy noise. I was so damn sick of his damn mother. I ain't know what the hell to
The question is, did she get the herp too?
do. Say it again.
I said the question is, did she get the herp too?
I don't know what
Cause
the
you know
hell.
he had like something going on his lip.
Hmm.
The double.
I mean, I guess it probably don't affect them in the same way. I don't even know, child, because I don't know. I don't know, and she don't seem
I
like she
guess it
give a
don't cause
damn.
they are technically not here.
Hmm. And then of course he say when it came to taking Marius out that I mean not Marius but Nikki out that he couldn't do it, and he say Armand did that part. But like I said, even when it comes to the stat story, I feel like some of the stuff is kind of shaky. And of course, then you over here thinking like, yeah, I got all the hot take, I got him. And come to find out that whole time it was all just in his daggone head, and he really ain't get shit.
I think he was just excited on the content he was getting
Yeah, because
because
I
he
mean,
thinks he gonna really win a big time award
like
with
get the
this.
posters and all that other stuff. Yeah, I mean, he already have a best selling book, and it is kind of like on one hand, him and Lestat don't really seem to like each other. Like he's the one that requested Daniel in the first place, so it is kind of like, well, if you requested him, then why aren't you talking to him? But I feel like he only requested him because Louis already had him, and y'all already put this book out that really he got blindsided by. He didn't know that this damn book was coming out. So once he found out about it, it was like, oh, okay, we'll come over here and get my side. But then at the same time, he really like certain details he just don't want to tell him. And Daniel can be annoying because Daniel just kept sitting there saying the same, asking the same question over and over and over with did he stutter as a child? And feeling like
That's
he
a triggering thing because he
yes,
don't like how he was when he was a human.
yes.
That's the part of the human he don't like. The part that he
Mm-hmm.
do like was when he went and took care of them wolves.
Right.
That's
Hmm.
the best, the highlight of that whole life to me.
Now,
He
Moochie, speaking of that, right? I think it was me and Monique. I can't remember, but I felt like when we see him, what that happened with the wolves, and he come back with the scars, and Mama's cleaning his wounds. Because right now, with the way they have their relationship, a lot of people say that is that way because they're vampires. But this was before he got turned when the wolf thing happened. She was giving me that type of vibe, like it was something sexual about it to me back then. How do you feel about that?
she did something sexual to him at that time before he was turned.
Because he even brings it up in
She
this
was playing with the
episode.
tallywhacker. She was playing with the tallywhacker. If y'all
he
didn't know.
he even ended up bringing it up in this episode. That's why I was like, no, I don't think it's just a vampire thing. I felt like she was already doing it back then. But of course, with
Yeah,
this
she was
episode,
because she hated her husband.
hmm
She hated her husband and it seemed like them two had like a real different relationship. And I don't even think them other two were her kids. I think she was like from a second marriage or something. Because it seemed like they really didn't even interact with the mother.
yeah, I'm not even sure because I didn't read the book. That's one that I definitely do want to go and read because I'm sure it got way more details. But I
Hmm.
just know that they all treated him horrible. But I didn't really feel like she was so great, like she was defending him either, to be honest. Um, so of course we know that's another thing that he carries, from that whole thing. So in the beginning, right, they was on this tour, hitting the different spots, doing all of the different type of rugs. Baby, they had the powder every which way, pills every which way, and the next thing you know, they getting pulled over by the cops. And the way he just got that cop in the dog under damn control, he painted his daggone face with it and everything, and was talking about the cop took time off. And of course, we were seeing him keep texting Mama because he want to know if she gonna end up meeting up with them. And Mama was doing her own damn thing. She was very much giving Mama gotta have a life too. She was not thinking about, what the hell he said.
I didn't like how she was ignoring him. I didn't like how she was ignoring him.
Yeah, but that's the kind of energy she give me. Like she be bothered when she wanna be bothered. She be bothered when she could get something out of it too. That's how she come off to me.
It just everything with that whole thing, I'm questioning her behavior already because it seemed like she gonna do something to Armand. Like I want to know how his eye got done because they showed that in the first episode, and how did Louis' leg get that way?
Yeah, I want to know the same thing too. I want to know, does it come from this whole conversion thing that they keep bringing up,
I
or does
think
it
it
come
is. I
for
think it
Akasha?
is. It's either that punishment for the conversion And all the ruckus they was causing, Louis probably gonna get punished if he turned that girl.
Yeah, because I feel like Daniel don't make it either, but I don't know.
Well, like, they already said it. That girl, did you
Mm-hmm.
peep that girl that came that had the whole all of the rugs in her system
Yeah.
that he
Mm-hmm.
OD'd off of?
Mm-hmm.
That girl was with Bruce.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I feel like
So
that's gonna come back
that
up.
was
I
a
don't think Louis
setup.
should have left her alive.
That was a setup. I
Yeah.
don't know. All he did was push her. Did he kill her? That's the question.
No, he left her there alive. He didn't do anything to her. I feel like he should have. I think that's gonna come back too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think she set him up on that, put him on that floor when he got
Mhm.
attacked. Lestat.
Mhm.
So, like, who is she? Who is she a part of?
Yeah.
And I don't think she was turned before that.
Mhm.
I think Lestat might have turned her. But then again, she was like, I'm getting married tomorrow. So
Right.
then that means Bruce turned her.
Mhm.
So she was already one.
Yeah.
Or did she become one that night that she got married? One or the other. Because I don't think she was one of them when she was there, but
I
she did
think she
get
got
bit.
turned once she got married. So Louis, like we already was talking about, he come in here day and night watching her. They start talking. She like, yo, do I look like your sister, your cousin? What? I'm thinking Louis gonna say, yeah, you do remind me of my sister, or you remind me of somebody I know, somebody that took it. You know, you remind me of. No. He says, did you ever read this book? Do you know anything about it?
So he revealed himself right there. So he might be in
Exactly.
trouble for that. But how? It's so many of them out there. That whole Fang Gang thing. And then Lestat made a point when he was like, y'all passing it around like it's red cups.
Hmm.
Passing the gift around like it's red cups.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the heck did he do? I'm still going back to that ankle. Like, what the heck did he like? How we gonna get there? And I'm here for it.
I'm I'm just like Louis. Why would you do that? Because one, you broke the rule, which we know they've been breaking the damn rules anyway. But two, isn't it like you kind of putting her in danger or jeopardy to a certain degree? You knew once you said this, she was gonna go look it up, obviously, and so of course she was able to come back to him like, "Oh, I remind you of Claudia, huh?" And it's like, yeah. So now it's out there. First, she don't want nothing to do with him. She actually ended up being late for work and not even wanting to come in, and that's when he first starts saying how he looked up her record and he knows all her information and that she could use money and he want to offer her this money. And I'm like, Louis, you doing too damn much now. Like,
Well, it's the same thing when he had Claudia the first time. He
yeah,
pulled
like
her
you
out
ain't
of the
learned
fire.
nothing from this. All of them need damn therapy for real.
He said all of them need therapy.
Sorry, y'all, I haven't ate. I'm trying to sneak and take some bites off my.
It's okay.
But yeah, I just was kind of disappointed because I'm like, I don't see this ending good at all. Because I kept saying, what does he keep going here for? Like, what is he looking for? And I mean, it was obvious because she was like, you order a burger and you ain't even eating the burger. You don't give a damn about that damn burger. Like, what are you really coming here for? Mm-mm-mm. Then we got Armand on this apology tour. And I was wondering when he showed up at that guy's meeting. I can't even think of his name. I apologize, y'all. The one that was a part of the band, and he left, and we end up seeing him in the meeting, and then lo and behold, Armand is there too, and now he going around to, stop and tell everybody how they wronged him. He's on his steps, and he stops by Daniel at the bowling alley, and Daniel went off, and I'm like, rightfully so. I think Daniel, in this moment, had a right to go off like this. What you think about this whole situation with Armand and his apologies?
Yeah, but is it really that his Kool-Aid is tainted, where he's basically a cave dweller. That's what Daniel Malloy basically is. He's like one of them old school vampires that come from the cave. He can't really do much.
Yeah.
We
And
don't
he
see him
ain't been
outside
taught
in the.
nothing because Armand just pretty much made him and left him in the dust.
He can't fly. He can't do nothing. Only thing he got is the speed they get sometimes. Cause we saw that when he came to help
Mm-hmm.
Lestat.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't really have that much powers.
Yeah.
And
And I
they did.
remember he asked Louis, I think it was like, does he ever get messages or does Tom ever stop? I forgot the exact words he used. And he was like, oh, that happens to you with Amon. And he said, yeah. And Louis was like, no. I didn't know whether Louis was telling the truth or lying about that
He
part.
was lying. Cause
Okay.
remember when Claudia and him got snatched before that play the trial?
Yes, yes.
Everything was quiet.
Yeah.
He did it
Yeah,
twice.
yeah,
Remember
that's
when
true. Yeah. Yeah, that's
him
true.
and Santiago was arguing? He
Yeah.
shut everything down around them then
Mm-hmm.
and took over.
Yeah.
So he already proved that he was stronger than Lestat because they went in the flashbacks in
Right.
Interview
Yeah.
with a Vampire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. So then he went over here to Lestat. This part had me cracking up because he looked like he wanted to crumble seeing Lestat get in here and get in the shower. And Lestat is just funny to me. Whether he on the stage performing or is when he doing the interview with Daniel, like I can't help but crack up. Because he really was like, go ahead, read your letters, say what you came to say, even though I really don't give a damn.
He be extra though. He was doing all of that showering and he looking and getting. He was getting turned on Amon.
Exactly. He was. He definitely was. I was like, what are y'all doing here? So at least with like, and again, I feel like Dan, you had the right to, react the way that he did with him. But Dan, you shut him down. He wasn't trying to hear nothing he got to say. Lestat did he listen to him, even though he probably wasn't really paying him no mind either. And he just pretty much, when he said, could he leave it there? He like, yeah, sure, leave it. Like it wasn't gonna really make him know, never mind. And but that part did crack me up. I was like, all of y'all is a damn mess. And I like the little songs he be singing. I like the song that he sung to Amon, and I like the song that he did for Louis that
Do
time
you
too.
think that Lestat was I mean, not Lestat. That Armand was responsible for that whole attack though.
Mm, I don't necessarily think he's responsible, but he is letting him know that a lot of the vampires, I guess, are getting together. I forget what they call themselves. And they're all pissed at him being so public about it. You got the book, then you got him
Oh yeah,
going
the
on tour.
Telemaster is real
Yeah,
mad.
everybody talking about everything in the opening. He telling him you need to chill like EPMD, okay? And the stat thing is like, oh, well, the tour is almost over anyway. I forgot whether he said 4 or 5 more stops. But at this point, it don't make a difference because it's kind of out there. And then he invites him to the show. So it's like, I don't know if he's necessarily a part of it, but I think he agrees with it and he feels the same way too. And he's trying to give him that warning, like, this is not going to be pretty because, they tired of you being out here putting all the business out. Like, this is not supposed to be happening. That's how I
Hmm.
took it, but he could be a part of it because I don't trust damn Amon ass either.
I don't trust him either. I think he be doing little shady things.
Of course, they all do. He cute, but he be doing his mess too. And yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because when he did the song for Louis and he flew over there to him, I said one thing about them: they got a chemistry when they on screen together. I have to give it to them because they be looking like they in a whole nother dang world. And of course, Daniel tune kind of changed a little bit when he seen that Armand was there in the audience, and Lestat sung to him and all of that, and putting him on blast. Now that I'm sure pissed him off, because you ain't have to really put him on blast like that and put the damn light on him and everything. And he walked out of walked out from the show, and Daniel ends up following him into the street. And again, it happens where everything stops, all the people disappear. Then they come back in. He's asking him if he's doing that, and he's saying no. And we've been kind of seeing things happening in the background for a while now. That's why I keep kind of wondering. Like, I don't think this part, even though I think it is things that Lestat mom do, I don't think she has anything to do with this part. I can more so see some of the things that we be seeing happening in the background kind of being Akasha too, and maybe that's like a warning of her coming. For some reason, I feel like they're gonna leave her for the last damn episode, and we ain't gonna see that
Well,
much of her.
but we know the tour is shut down now.
Yeah, yeah. After what happened,
So then, and we on episode 7,
this is episode 4, and the last one is 7. Yeah,
huh?
I said this one is episode 4, and the last episode is gonna be 7. They got a short season. Yeah, I wonder why they gave them 7. They could have gave them 8.
It's only 7 episodes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shh.
Now
There's
I
only two
also
more left.
yes, three more, right? Yeah, 3. Um, I also feel like, what are we talking about here too? When Armand and him is talking, and he want to say that it was for love. Wait, he said how he said it? It wasn't for his love of Louis, but it was for love. So he trying to say he loved Daniel. Like, since when?
No, I think he wanted to get connected with all of them because he want Lestat.
I mean, he did want the stat too. I feel like everybody wants him the stat, because when we did that flashback with him, he sure enough was telling the stat that he loves him, and the way the stat laughed in his damn face and was like, "Boy, if you don't get the hell up out of here," and how he was like, "We, who's we?" Like, I ain't speaking French, and that's when he was up in the booth with him and his mother, and he was like, "Oh, it's getting too like smothering in here. It's a little too close for comfort. Let me go get some damn air." Like, everybody be dissing everybody be dissing Dagon Amon too. He really do be like a pick me. What's going on, Candy Love? Thank you. Yes, y'all. Please do hit that like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. I see y'all in the bushes. Y'all can talk or y'all can not talk and just listen, whatever one y'all want to do. But we appreciate you watching. So yeah, he do kind of have that pick me energy to him too, because it seems like everybody be dissing his ass.
Yeah. Well, the only reason why he dissing him because Louis knows that he was being used because that's the closest he could get to Lestat. And he manipulated that whole situation. And they was together for years.
Exactly. Look how long they was together, and look how he even manipulated the guy from the band. Because when he came back, he said, "Yeah, the guy I met is a god." He said, "Now his name I can't say," and he said all the depression and all the feelings that he had, he made them go away. So he done got in his damn mind too, and turned off whatever, so that way, I guess he wouldn't be tempted to drink and do drugs and feel sad. I'm like, he's still playing with people's minds.
Yep. Did he turn him?
I don't think he turned him, but he ain't say. I wouldn't put it past it. Because, he always said he didn't like turning nobody, allegedly.
He said it don't take. So maybe that's true. That's why Daniel's so jacked up.
That could be a possibility. Yeah, I would like to know more about that. That's why I got to read the book. Because I know I read, they got so many different ones of it. I know I read Interview with a Vampire a long time ago,
I
but
read
then
that a long time ago too.
yeah, but then they have like other books and other chapters. So I would like to see more about that. So like I said, yeah, I really didn't have that many slides. I just had put up a couple just to be able to have conversations around. But of course, we had got to the point where what she said she wanted 4 times 100,000,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, for that, what do you want, Daddy Lou? So now we gonna play this game. I just don't see this going nowhere good. And
I
all
don't
they
see
gonna
it going
find out
nowhere
about
good
this,
either.
yeah.
Especially if she start reading all of that. But especially if she start reading all that stuff. If he kept her diary, remember he kept her diaries. Cause the book leaves out a lot of stuff because of the Talamasca. They cut stuff out of it. So I wonder if she sees the view that we're seeing.
I hope he ain't doing that, like giving her the book to read. I know some of the pages was already missing from it, and then when he took out Bruce, he read some to him and
Those
burned
were the
it.
missing pages.
Some people like that, some people didn't, but or felt like he should have been reading it to him, whatever way you want to look at it. But I don't think there's no need for her to read that book now. I hope that
She
ain't what he
already read
about to
it.
do.
That's how she know who she.
I
That's
mean,
how
not
she
the book,
know.
but like her full
Oh,
diary.
the diary.
Yeah. Yeah, he pretty much gave her the damn thing like, oh, did you read this book? Oh, you didn't read it? Go read it. And then I'm like, come on, Louis. Mind you, why would you want her to read this book when you just finished being pissed with Daniel when y'all finally had y'all sit down and you was like the book made you look like you was a liar? Not that you was a pathological liar or a liar that lied to himself, but just a flat out liar. So according to you, it doesn't make you look good. We already know the stat feel like it don't make him look good. He crossed out damn near every day going on in it, and that's why he wanted his story to be told. So why would you give her something that you feel like doesn't even like put you in a good light to be like read that? So that was interesting to me that he would even. I don't know. I just didn't expect him to do that. I was kind of caught off guard with that, and I'm like, this is not going to end good at all.
When he said he saw she had an OnlyFans, I thought it was gonna go to a fetish, and it is technically.
Yeah, because even when she was like, listen, if you into me, I don't do all of that. And he was like, no, I'm gay, 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 gay. The way he said it and showed the picture, I was cracking up at that part too. So she was like, oh, okay, so you gay, you don't want that, but you obviously want something because you keep coming and popping up over here. Like, you ain't doing all this for nothing. It's still like you want her to pretend to be Claudia. Like, I don't know how I feel about
Yeah,
that.
that's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
You see how he looked when she said, "What now, Daddy Lou?"
Yeah. I didn't like that. I was like, really, Louis, that's what we doing? Like, you already done caused enough damn problems too. You need to be sitting your daggone behind down somewhere, Louis. Or either I would prefer to see him going and do more of what he did to Bruce, because I like how he was flipping it on all of them in that damn
Yo,
house. I
I
would have
wish
liked to
we
see
could have
more of
seen.
that.
I wish we could have seen how many he took on at his old crib, because they
Yes.
said he took out 30 of them.
Exactly. And I remembered when we ended that season, they was all like sending messages to him saying that they was coming for him, and he was like, come
Mm-hmm.
on, everybody bring it. I would have definitely loved to see that. Like, they could give me more of that, I would
He
be
must
here.
gonna get into a bad fight with somebody. It's people coming for
Yeah.
him still.
Yeah. Hmm.
He gonna survive it, but he gonna he gonna walk away with some scars.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. That's definitely gonna be interesting because I just don't see this.
I don't want nothing to happen to Louis. I like Louis.
I
I
like him
still
too.
like
He just be
Louis.
doing stuff sometimes that's like this why you be in trouble.
Shoot, he took that guy head, and then he was like, "Why you mess up your face like that?"
And the way
He
he
was
was
like, "You
so
don't gotta talk to
calm.
me, just think it."
Yeah, the way he was sitting there so calm, like, oh, congratulations. And yeah, it was me. And I sent them down. I was like, I said, come on, Louis. I said, this is the side I like to see. I don't
I
really
ain't
need to
think
see.
Bruce was gonna be that easy though. Well,
And
because he was caught off guard in his own home.
he wasn't expecting him to show up, but I feel like they should have been did that. The fact that
Heck
it even took
yeah.
them that long was
That should have been taken care of in the first book.
exactly.
So she
Yeah.
could see it happen.
hmm
But remember, she didn't really talk about it. They ain't know about it really until they started snooping through her stuff. And it wasn't really him that read her diary. It was Lestat. And that's when he acts like his mom.
And that's what confused me too, because then when we get this flashback and we see what happened to Lestat, and to know what happened to her, I would have definitely expected like a different reaction, and I would have expected them to be on, um, Bruce sooner. But nonetheless, he got his due only because the Talamasca wanted some things to be taken care of too. And had they not brought that up, they knew exactly what to say to him. Like, oh, don't you remember your old friend with Claudia? And that was
Mm-hmm.
all they had to say. hmm So he took care of that, and now that he took care of that, all he could damn think about is getting over here and having this girl play his damn daughter. I
I
was like, y'all
know,
need to
right?
give
This
him
is
something
crazy.
else to do. So now, of course, we end up seeing like when he was leaving out from the concert, the damn people pop, 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 pop. I think that was the manager that ended up getting hit. I don't know if she
The
was
lawyer.
unalived or not. But now, of course, that stopped the tour. Nobody wanted to be bothered, and he still wasn't hearing nothing from his mother. Of course, we also had got the flashback of his mother where she was doing the guy, and I guess she just liked to be damn loud and extra because she was loud with him too. And the stat came in there and was all upset at the fact that he could hear her. And this was just so weird. Like I get tired of seeing them two on the screen. I said it's bad enough we got to see it over there with the damn Targaryens. I don't need to see it here too. Um, it seemed like he was mad. He was jealous, and I
Yeah,
guess
that was
that's why that
weird.
other guy triggered him too. Like when she was all loud while he was doing the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Because here we see that he's like, I heard you from all the way down the hall, and she's just like, and, and he literally brings up the night with the wolves, and then all of a sudden he on top of her and kissing on her stuff. But you could see like, I don't know, like she manipulates him, like you were saying. Um, it definitely be like she's, I don't know, playing some type of game with him with control, and then she
She is.
also,
And
I
it
feel
seemed
like,
like she don't like Louis at all.
I mean, she don't like nobody really. It don't seem like
Anybody he date.
right. hmm
I thought her and Daniel Malloy was gonna get it on though.
He was asking who she was, and he lied about her. Then he said his mother
Do you
died.
think do you think Daniel Malloy and her gonna get it on?
I don't know.
Mm.
Only if she really want to be spiteful to Lestat, I could see that happening. Like if she just want to piss him off, because I don't think she interested in him at all. I think she goes for a type too, like that kind of favors Lestat, which is so
I could
extra
see
weird.
that.
But she started to talk about how she want them to be able to be out there. She want them to go on the streets and just do whatever the hell they feel like doing when he thinking back. And she's like, shall we do it? Shall we scorch the mortal world? So I feel like she's a part of,
The conversion.
yeah, the
It's
whole conversion
happening.
thing. Yeah.
It's happening with this tour because he turning people. It's
hmm
people that's already like them coming to that concert too. That's probably turning people.
hmm
It's just bad, and I think it's real bad, and they pissing off the people that make the world go around in their world.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. And even Armand warns Daniel about it, and I don't think he's lying about that part. He was like, "Be careful, it's dangerous being around Lestat because this war is real, and you're gonna have the people that's down with the conversion versus the ones that's not, and it's gonna erupt, and you don't want to be caught in the middle." There's a possibility that that's what happened. He ended up getting caught in the middle. I don't know.
I think so because we don't know what his mother doing when she's off, when she's away.
Right, she over there talking about she getting a damn bikini waxed. We know damn well that ain't what she doing.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm surprised people are saying they don't like this. What are they saying they don't like about it?
Um, I
Because I'm
seen
like really like out of the loop.
I seen some people saying, every now and then I like to take a peek and see like what people talking about, and I see some saying that they whatever changes from the book, which I don't know why people act shocked about that because I don't care what show it is, they always take liberations on changing things from the book. It's never exact. Something else I saw a lot of was people not really feeling. They feel like certain parts should be serious and like they making it a comedy. They say it's like a comedy mixture with also the music. But sometimes I think you need that mixture of the comedy in there, especially
That's
when you
how
get an
life is
episode
though.
that's like
Life is life
that.
life is not always serious.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's stuff that you gotta make funny so it doesn't bring you down.
Yeah.
So I
Like
don't
last
like,
week's episode, I felt like that was a real heavy topic, like what was happening and the fact of what he went through and stuff like that, and just talking about depression and how the damn guy on Nikki went crazy and all of that stuff. I feel like when it's a heavy situation like that, you need those little funny moments in between. You don't want it to all be heavy and depressing. That's just my opinion. And the music don't bother me. Like I said, some of the songs I've been rocking with. When he sung that song to Louis, I was like, okay, let's start break it on
yeah,
down.
that didn't bother me either. I like the
Yeah.
performance that he
Mhm.
did with when he was telling the beginning to Louis, and
Mhm.
then he picked up the book and showed it to him,
Right.
and
Yes.
left him there with all the outlines and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had actually liked that, and I was cracking up at the one he did for Armand because I said, "Not you over here kicking your leg up high and flipping and dipping." I was like, "This that is a damn mess." I was cracking up at it, so I'm like, I don't have an issue with that part of it. But apparently, some people do. Like everything ain't for everybody, but they just say like it's such a different tone from Interview with the Vampire, but it is supposed to be a different tone. Just because it's different, don't necessarily make it bad or good, in my opinion. So
Well, I don't understand. What was the what? I want to know what he did to that guy at that AA meeting.
I'm assuming that he just glamored him and got in his head some kind of way. But I know that it's like a motive, probably expecting him to kind of be watching what the stat and them is doing and then reporting back to him, reporting back to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he turns him. I don't think he
I
did.
don't think he did,
Mm-mm.
but I think he in his head. Cause you know how they know how to manipulate people. Look at what he did to the cop.
Hey, thanks for coming through.
Hey,
I be watching your reviews. Be having me cracking up, girl. um, yeah, I just still wanted to talk about it because, like I said, I didn't get on with the ladies. I think I was on with Nita for House of the Dragon, and I was like, I can't be in
yeah,
two
we was
places at one
both on
time.
there. That's why I'm
Yeah,
I'm glad you asked me to do
so I was
this.
like, oh gosh, I still want to talk about this because it was a lot happening. Okay, it was definitely a lot happening. So Louis. I'm kind of disappointed in Louis. I'm sorry. I just was expecting so much more from him. I don't know why I was expecting it because I already know how he felt when it comes to Claudia, and I get it, but I just don't think that this is the move that he should be making. Mm. And then Lestat over here with Mama, she ain't gonna do you no good either. It would have been better if she would have just stayed where the hell she was at.
Yeah. But he called for her when that whole
Mm.
fight
I
thing
mean, he
happened,
had
I
already
think.
called for her like 9 times. Ain't that what he said when she finally came?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, grow up," because he had already been calling for her.
I think that's what I don't like with her. How she yo-yos with him.
Hmm.
One minute
Yeah,
she smothers him, and then the next minute she abandons him.
exactly. And it's just a repeated cycle over and over and over. That's pretty much their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So I don't know what we gonna get for this next coming up episode. Like, what do you think? Since the tour is supposed to be over now,
It's about to get funky right now.
now they're gonna be out here fighting.
I think so. I think they wanted to shut this concert down because it's getting out of hand with people getting turned.
Hmm.
And somebody's gonna have to answer the consequences because then you got Louis with this little fetish. That's what I'm thinking. Is do you think he gonna show her to Lestat?
Yeah, she definitely knows how to push all his buttons. I don't like her either. Every
Cause
time
I
she
don't
comes
even see
back,
her working at that diner too much longer.
I don't. I mean, what's the point of her really still working there unless she just want to? Because, I mean, because if he gonna be paying her hundreds of thousands of dollars, then you know
You
she
got to
don't
look
really
at her
need.
characteristics already. She already
Hmm.
got a criminal side to her.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
So
she definitely got her hustle.
he
She gonna.
probably thinking of, is she a good hunter like Claudia? Cause remember, he don't really eat. He don't really do that like that. He don't really come after people like that. He have his, he be eating animals still. We saw that in,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think he does it when he gets angry and he loses his temper.
Yeah, he said he only come after people that come after him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Lestat is about to run back to Louis because he doesn't want to be with his mom, but he can't shake her. He wants a distraction. I could see that too.
I could see that happening too, because they was
Hmm.
about to meet up before
Yeah.
she came in the
Before,
picture.
yeah. Yeah. And if they find out what the hell Louis up to, Louis stayed with some mess. Like I be trying to root for him, but then I'm like, you just stay in some damn mess,
I don't know
Louis.
why but that, look, maybe it was meant to be that seen this girl. Because remember what she said, I'm going to remember all y'all faces and I'm going to come back
Hmm.
and I'm going to take y'all out.
She did say that, and that's why I thought they was going the reincarnation way at first. I was like, okay, this is interesting. Where we going with this? But I did
It
not have
might
this
end
on
up
my
going that
bingo
way though
card.
if she read the book. She
Hmm.
might become so obsessed with that character that she
Hmm.
takes on her characteristic, her personality.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see which way they're gonna go with that, and who's gonna find out that he's actually doing it. Because I know he mentioned it to Daniel. Like I saw this girl when I was coming out the subway, and she looked just like Claudia. But I'm curious. I'm definitely curious because they gonna have to show that, and then show the fight and what led up to how we started in the beginning with them being at the auction and us seeing like them missing body parts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to know what happened in between that. She said Louis is my hometown homebody, but he irritates me so bad. I hope Regina scams him and runs off. Yeah, that's her best bet because if she stay around there, she liable to get
Where's she
taken
gonna run to?
out.
Where's she gonna run to? He could read her mind already. Where's she running to?
Mm-mm-mm.
Unless she tell him, leave me alone.
Well, at least for right now, he didn't seem like he knew any other ways to contact her, because when she showed up all them hours later to the diner, he literally was still there waiting that whole time. Like, oh, I wanted to make sure that you was okay and that you still was gonna come back here. Now, if they continue with this and he starts to get more of her information and know her whereabouts and stuff, I mean, he already a stalker. There ain't no way around this. So yeah, I
Um,
could
um,
see him. I could see him
uh,
trying to. I just don't want him to do that. Like, you need to be doing some other things with your time. I'm sorry, it's not healthy. None
can
of them are
okay.
healthy.
Let me ask you this then: can you see this happening? This scenario happening? If she's still working at that diner and that place get robbed and she get hurt where she's almost gonna, kick the bucket,
Oh
I could see
Lord.
Louis turning her in.
Yes.
I
Of
could see
course
Louis
he
turning
would.
her
Of
in.
course he would, which is not good. Like, you should learn from your mistake that you did with Claudia.
I think he's gonna try to reason with everything. If they come in, what? Okay, let me go back. I'm gonna piggyback off of watch what Melly B said. If Lewis runs back to if Lestat runs back to Louis and he take him to that restaurant and it be some kind of scenario, who's turning her, y'all?
I don't think it would be Lestat. He was already against it the first time. So I don't think it would be him, but I could definitely see Louis as doing it and making some type of scenario in his head as to why is the right thing to do, when we all know it's only for his own selfish reasons. She said, "What happened to Louis' new chocolate dropped boyfriend that was at the meeting? He need to go be with him." Exactly, and
Remember that one ain't
it
into
seemed like he been
commitment.
at home, and we see him like sometimes either call him or text him, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm gonna see you later." But we haven't seen them together ever since then.
That's because the guy he said what he say he has what he said he had what issues he say he has.
um,
He said we have sex, but he's not
Right, like he did not want to be like in a relationship tied down. But the way he said it, when he asked him where he was at, he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be home in a little bit." So it seemed like they together, but not together. Like, I guess he just don't stress him about his comings and goings. He could do whatever he want to do.
I think they both like that, like,
Yeah,
when we meet up, we
yeah.
meet up.
That I can't see him doing it, but I definitely feel like Louis would do it because he's stupid and he think he know everything. Yeah, because he gonna feel like this is a do over. I could do
Mm-hmm.
it better this time. And it's like, no, you
Mm-hmm.
can't. You can't do it better. You shouldn't have been doing it the first time. Like, that's the lesson you should be learning, and you should be walking away. Absolutely not. Mm-mm-mm. But we know that's not going to how it's going to go. So I'm just waiting to see how it's all going to play out.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. I feel kind of bad for her that she got caught up into this nonsense. I don't know whether to be happy for her or feel bad for her, because on the one hand, that's a little extra change that she could use, but on the
Heck
other hand,
yeah.
you don't need to be involved with these psychos.
He gonna if he I think he's still gonna spoil her like how they spoiled Claudia.
I mean, he might spoil her, but he might end up getting her into more trouble than what is worth at the same time.
True.
That's the part I'm worried about. Because we know he got his soft spot when it comes to that. But I just feel like that would literally be repeating the same mistake.
You think they just gonna save a casher for the
Um,
end?
LB says, but I gotta remember that all of this is from the start point. Yes, and he be lying too. I don't exactly. That's what I said when we first got up here. All of them are liars because we all know Louis is a liar. I'm not arguing or debating that part,
But
but we
he
are
be trying to
learning.
correct himself. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt with some things because I feel like Armand manipulated and
Well,
he
we
was
know
he,
that is
he was
that
playing with
factor
his
too,
mind.
with Armand in his mind. But even Lestat, us hearing his point of view now, I'm like, Lestat lies too. And then there's some things I think they all just see from their point of view, and there's some things I feel like they've lied to themselves about for so long that they start
Mm-hmm.
to believe it. And we know also with Lestat, he just wants to present himself in a certain way too when it comes to putting himself out there to the world. So, especially in that last episode, I felt like I really noticed that even more. And it made sense to me with seeing some of the things that he went through in his past as to why he is the way he is. Like, I get it, but I'm like, all of y'all tell lies.
True.
And I just feel like, it's some truth somewhere in the middle, but y'all definitely be changing up the story to kind of fit y'all narrative that y'all want to put out there at different times. Because you know how, like, even with us humans, beings, we could me and you could see the same situation, but I'm gonna have my perspective on it and you're gonna have your perspective. You know how you say your side, my side, and the truth. And I think when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to them, it's like instead of it just being my side, your side, the truth, you gotta times that by like five with them. Cause they be on some other stuff. So I really do be like, I don't know who I could believe in this. But it's interesting, and I'm definitely gonna still keep watching to see what the heck is gonna be going down.
Me too. And being that he going viral,
Hmm.
Akasha might be seeing some shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for her to step up on the scene. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like they gonna literally wait to the last damn episode. I hope they don't just give her like 5 minutes and then she going. I'm gonna be mad.
I hope they don't do it as a cliffhanger for the next
Yeah.
season, because they already saying they got approved for the next season.
Hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like a cliffhanger at the end. I want to see her come strutting through. Okay. Yeah, I want to see that. I feel like they gonna, yeah, she gonna be a problem. I cannot wait. Yes, I can't wait either. That's definitely gonna be interesting. Well, Moochie, any other thoughts you got before we get up out of here? Anything else you could think
Mm.
of that we may not have talked about?
I want to see how bad Daniel Malloy's unaliving is gonna be.
Yeah,
Cause they
I am.
saying, do you watch? Have you been watching the after
I watched
dark?
the. I watched. I think the first two. I don't think I watched the last two, if I'm not mistaken.
Cause they had to bleep them out because they was giving spoilers.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why I think Claudia gonna get turned again.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you
All
coming
right.
through.
You don't like the host? She's boring. Yeah, I don't like the host, but
Uh-huh.
I like the conversation that they had this past one, because they was
Hmm.
giving spoilers where they was even covering their mouth so you can read their lips.
Oh, okay. I gotta
Malloy
check that
gave
out.
the guy that played Daniel Malloy gave a
Yeah, she
spoiler.
do be boring though. Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I can't. I'll be trying to watch it, but I can't get through the whole thing.
Hmm. I know I watched the first two. I think I didn't see the last two. So much stuff I'm trying to
I didn't
catch
get
up
through the
on.
last one. I just stopped at that part.
Hmm. I'm gonna go and check it out though. But yeah, I just wanted to get some of my thoughts out on this one, y'all, because I was like, listen, I've been enjoying it, and I remember that when Interview with a Vampire was out, we was actually covering that. So I was like, wait, let me ask Mochi if she
I'm
want to
glad you
come up and
did.
talk
I'm
about it
glad you
too.
did, and I hope you do this next week.
So yeah, that would be good because I definitely am tapping in. Just been kind of crazy this past week, and has so much other stuff going on, but I definitely want to talk about it, before the week was over. So, um, Moochie is just kind of tapping in here and there, right, Mooch?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. And I have, I think it's the Shy and Raising Canaan tomorrow. Then Saturday, I'm gonna probably do what you should be watching tell y'all about the stuff that's coming out in July. I know everybody's probably gonna be out celebrating for the 4th, so if you don't get to see it live, that's okay. It'll be up there. Catch the replay, that way y'all can know the shows and movies that's coming out for July. Cause I'm gonna be right here in the house. I ain't going nowhere in this heat wave. Okay.
I don't blame you. I had to go out today though.
And I think Sunday is All the Queen's Men, and yeah, I'll put up something for Love After Lockup. I actually didn't cover it last week either because life was life and I was sick, so I'm gonna probably try to double up and do last week episode and this week episode sometime the coming up week. So that's about it for now, but keep your notifications on just in case so you know when we go live or upload a video. I appreciate y'all that did check in. Anybody that come on a replay, let us know. Replay game, you came by, put some flames up in the sky, okay? Drop them hammers for Moochie. Like, comment, share, all the things, hype us up. And thank you for coming through, watching with LB. I appreciate it. I'll be watching her Vampire Lestat reviews and the House of Dragon cracking up. Okay, cracking up. So definitely appreciate you for tapping in. But we're gonna see y'all the next time. See you then. Welcome. Come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Den.
Go lock in with Tamika's Den. Ooh, that's fire. Go lock in with Tamika's Den.
Power to the people.